I will have her.
Don't you ever give up, Rutum. You know she hates you.
My father, Meadows, is he still in the library?
No, Miss Serena. Sir Giles left for London shortly after you went for your ride.
Does Sir Giles say when he'll be back?
No, miss. He said he'd be staying with your cousin, Master Nicholas.
Please let him win. Please. Just for once, let Papa win.
Trump. And trump again. My trick, I think, and my game.
The cards love you tonight, Squire. Another game?
Uncle, you have won back all you have lost and more. Now is the time to quit.
On the contrary, dear boy, now is the time to ride my luck.
With respect, sir, that has never failed to bring you disaster.
Oh, just one more game, sir, just one more game.
Uncle, if you will not think of yourself, think of your daughter, Serena.
Well, gentlemen, I know that discretion is death to a gamester, but prudence has been urged upon me. And I must confess, I do see the sense of it. I will play no more.
You've paid your dues to Lady Luck in the past, Sir Giles. We will excuse you.
Your servant.
Lovely. Going so soon? I thought you might like to take revenge on me for lightening your pockets the last time we met. Jose, I'll swear he has an impatient mistress waiting for him.
I'm at your disposal, my Lord Rutum.
Uncle, you know his luck has always topped yours.
Tonight he'll learn his lesson.
Dice suit you?
As you please.
Yes, would you?
Certainly.
Quick and simple, high score wins, no limit on stakes.
Agreed.
Good throw, Uncle. This could turn the game.
It's just some hot chocolate. Do drink it, please, Miss Serena. You've had nothing all day. All will be well, I'm sure.
here. Well, there's always your house down there, is there not? Rather fine house, I've always thought. Very pretty. But, of course, if you don't care to, well, we'll all perfectly understand.
He's baiting him. I'd rather face a drawn sword than a Rootham charm. Lord Falcon is here. Justin Falcon.
Well? Not leaving Stanley, my dear fellow.
There's nothing left to wager. You've taken everything I possess.
Well, not quite everything. That pretty daughter of yours. She's a touch high and mighty with me, I have to say, but girl of great spirit. They tell me that she inherits 80,000 guineas from a trust on her marriage. I'll tell you what. Let me be fair with you. I'll wager everything that you've lost so far against your daughter's hand in marriage.
Uncle, he's baiting you.
Well, sir? Yes or no?
For God's sake, man, not your own daughter. And Rootham of all people.
What would you have me do? Go back and tell Serena that I gambled away the roof over her head?
Oh, better that than...
By all the laws of chance, I have to win just once against this Rootham. It's my only opportunity. Now is the time. Now. Oh, Nicholas, can't you see? I can retain everything. And Serena will never know. My daughter's hand and her inheritance against everything I have lost.
So, Lady Luck has her little ways. I hope it will be convenient if I call on you tomorrow. Do ask the adorable Serena to expect me.
Poor devil. Never did know when to stop. Bet should never have been allowed.
My Lord Rootham. I will throw you for 100,000 guineas against the house and the girl.
Done. Tonight I'm unbeatable, even by you, my dear Vulcan.
Devil take me. Serena, your father is gone. Now it is you we have to worry about.
I don't care about myself.
You must. You have escaped Lord Rootham, but Lord Vulcan is worse.
No one could be worse than that despicable man.
There is something inhuman about Vulcan. He never loses at anything. He never shows any emotion. And he is heartless to the women who love him. And there have been many.
Rootham knew my father's weakness.
Forget about Rootham. Oh, Serena, listen to me. There is one way in which you can foil Lord Vulcan.
How?
You can marry me. Now, by special license. Then whatever Vulcan does, he can never marry you.
Nicholas, you are a kind person. But I know you're head over heels over Lord Norton's young widow, Isabel Gillingham. I couldn't let you make that sacrifice. We could never make each other happy.
You have no choice.
I have a choice. The Staveleys have always paid their debts. They have never run away, and I will not be the first to do so, even if it means marriage to the devil himself.
Justin, darling. You wouldn't really consider marrying a girl you won in a bet. I mean, it's not as if you need the 80,000.
My dear Isabel, I confess I've given it very little thought. To be honest, until your brother, my good Lord Gillingham here, brought the matter up, it had completely slipped my mind.
Slipped your mind? Justin, I'll be damned. Now, me, I'd have been out there next day on the fastest horse I could clap a saddle to.
I dare say.
But you must have some curiosity. About the house, about the girl, damn it.
After all, it's 10 days since you lifted them from Rootham. Tell you what, why not go there now?
Now?
All of us. Staveley Court's just north of London.
Splendid idea, Burley. Let's make a race of it. 1,000 guineas?
It would be something to do.
Oh, it's ridiculous. The girl will turn out to be a bald freak with a wooden leg and the house a ruin.
Then you may stay here.
No, I shall come. That is, if I may ride with you. She's taking her time, I must say.
Probably screwing on her wooden leg.
Tell your mistress Lord Vulcan is here to see her.
My Lord Vulcan?
At your service, Miss Staveley. May I present Lady Isabel Gillingham, her brother Lord Peter Gillingham, and Lord John Burley.
Well, you must be hungry. I'll send to the kitchen.
Miss Staveley, we will not hear of it.
Well, a glass of wine, then. Eudora, show our guests into the drawing room. And Meadows, will you bring out some wine?
Miss Staveley, perhaps you and I might talk. It hadn't occurred to me you would be so young.
I was a late child. My mother died giving birth to me.
It puts a different complexion on matters.
Why?
To begin with, you can't possibly go on living in this house. Since it now belongs to me, people would assume you were mine.
And I understand from Nicholas that the Dance de la Flamme already fills that position. I have ready the deeds of the estate, a list of the tenants and those who receive pensions from my father. You would wish to continue to pay those?
Of course.
There's also a list of the livestock on the home farm. Now, I'm afraid the accounts are not in very good order.
My estate manager will sort them out before the house is sold.
Sold?
Naturally, since you can't live here and I have no use for it.
I suppose so. I hadn't considered that.
Which leaves you. What am I to do with you, Miss Staveley?
I'm in your hands, sir. I must honor my father's debt.
And I cannot, for my reputation, cancel it.
Knowing something of your reputation, I well understand that.
I believe the best answer would be for you to stay for the time being with my mother at Mandrake, the family home.
May I bring my maid Eudora and my dog?
Naturally. I will send them on ahead to make your arrival a little less strange for you.
Thank you.
It's a long journey, therefore you yourself will travel in my most comfortable coach.
You are most kind.
I shall write to my mother, telling her to expect you. I will come on later. Until some solution suggests itself, Miss Staveley, let us remain as we are, two strangers brought together by a game of chance. Ah. Try not to be afraid of my mother.
Why?
Miss Serena?
I little of men. I'm aware of what they say about him. I've never been more baffled by a man in my life.
Let us remain as we are, two strangers brought together by a game of chance.
I am informed you are my son's fiancé. Who are you, and where did he make your acquaintance?
Your son will doubtless explain everything to you, Ma'am. The situation is not of my making.
Take Miss Staveley to her room.
This is your room.
Thank you.
If you need anything, you've only to ask.
Eudora!
Oh, Miss Serena. Her ladyship has put you in the oldest, dampest part of the house. I've had bricks in the bed, but the fire wouldn't draw.
Never mind, we're all together again, and that's all that matters.
Miss Serena, there is evil in this house.
Eudora.
Serena, you know I've always sensed when something's wrong.
Eudora, aren't you being a bit over-imaginative? I mean, certainly, her ladyship does not want me here.
I tell you, there is evil. I feel it. His lordship's valet told me the house is haunted, and I will believe it. But it's haunted by the living, as well as the
Oh,
dead.
Eudora, do stop it. You're giving me the horrors.
That goes to the stables.
To sleep, yes. But most other times he will stay with me. That is what we're both used to.
You may leave us. Take the animal with you. I trust you are comfortable here.
Thank you, Ma'am.
It appears from my son's letter you are to have 80,000 guineas.
On my marriage, Ma'am. It is in trust.
It is not a large fortune as fortunes go. Still, you're sure it can only be unlocked by marriage?
Quite sure.
You cannot marry my son, of course. That is an absurdity. Besides, he will never marry. I am his life. 80,000. It is modest enough, heaven knows. Guineas, you say?
So I'm told.
It would be a convenient sum for your needs were you to be able to unlock your trust.
I'm afraid that is quite out of the question.
These things are so, of course, still. Nothing is ever quite out of the question. Something might be done.
Ma'am?
I shall not keep you. You must be tired after your journey and require rest. I shall have some food sent up.
Thank you.
Tomorrow, you will join us for dinner downstairs. I have some guests for dinner, and a number are coming in as usual afterwards for the entertainment.
The entertainment?
That's what I said, girl.
Oh, Eudora, it's you. I thought she was back.
Be careful of her, Miss Serena.
She doesn't like me. Though she likes my money well enough. Don't worry, I may be afraid of her, but she can't actually harm me.
She is dangerous.
This quaint little girl you sent down here. Why on earth did you wager for her?
To prevent her falling into the hands of that man Rootham.
Oh, for shame, Justin. You're becoming a sentimentalist.
Not in the least. I merely wanted the pleasure of frustrating him.
And you really do not intend to marry her?
You know well that I do not. In the circumstances, I marry no one.
Lad boy, but you frightened me. I thought you were interested.
One day, Mother, there will have to be an heir for Mandrake.
One day, of course, but not yet. I couldn't bear to be grandmother yet.
Until she's married, I am responsible for her.
Now there, I can be of help to you. The girl is not entirely without possibilities. I can put my dressmaker and hairdresser to work on her.
Then trail her through the shark pool, see who bites.
Something of that sort.
Miss Staveley has stronger metal than she shows. And if you do succeed, what will you get out of it?
Rely upon me to work that out. Our little heiress. Ladies are forbidden in this room, but you shall be the exception. Come, child. Let me introduce you to my guests. Lord John, may I present Miss Staveley?
Charming to meet you.
She is to have 80,000 when she marries. Lord Blount, may I present?
Pretty little thing.
Sir William. And such a pretty creature. Quite a cat.
Throw the dice, they say.
80,000.
So young.
And such a pretty creature.
Staveley.
Our little heiress.
One on the wager. The catch for so much. Which too, they tell us. 80,000.
And now, you must meet your dinner companion.
I'm well acquainted with Lord Rootham. Among other things, he murdered my father.
I was just remarking how quick the journey is from London these days. I swear that Overoak gets busier by the month.
That man, Lord Rootham, I can't bear to be near him. His eyes, I've been put next to him at dinner.
You will not be.
May I retire?
And run away?
You're right. He should be the one to run away.
Justin, my dearest. Miss Staveley.
Miss Gillingham.
How stunning you look, Miss Staveley.
Oh, Justin.
Isabel?
I brought Nicholas for you. I knew you'd be pleased. Justin, you promised to show me how to play faro. Nick!
A little livelier than Staveley Court, Miss Staveley.
I must say, it has quite taken my breath away. I mean, all that out there.
Didn't Justin tell you? His mother's a gambler, too. Fanatical. When London became too hot for her, she turned this place into the biggest gaming house in Europe.
She collects 2.5% of the stakes. It's illegal, of course. But if Beau Nash got away with it in Bath half a century ago, why shouldn't she?
Her trouble is that as fast as she collects it, she gambles it away herself.
I've seen her wager 1,000 guineas on the turn of a card.
Nicholas, for heaven's sake, you look like a lovesick calf. If you want her, go out and get her.
She has eyes for no one but that confounded Vulcan.
You've got to let a girl know you're there. She probably hasn't even seen you.
What the deuce do you mean, hasn't seen me? I'm around her the whole time.
If you don't understand that, you understand nothing.
No little scrap of a girl is going to defy me. I must think.
Miss Staveley, I would appreciate a word. What is between you and Justin?
There is nothing between me and Justin. I do not wish to wed him, and he certainly does not wish to wed me. I hardly know what I'm doing here. I've never met people like this before, and I would not care if I were never to meet them again. And her ladyship holds me up like a slave to the hopeful bidder. That, as best as I can explain it, is my situation.
Oh, Miss Staveley, but I like you for that. I should hate you, but it seems we must be friends. Serena?
Friends, Isabel.
Do you love him very much? More than life. But he'll have none of me. And that is part of his deadly attraction. Oh, I know it is absurd, but I cannot help it. The colder he is to me, the more he makes me suffer, the more I love him. I do like my men to be men. Do you know that Justin once beat England's champion prize fighter for a bet? What do you think of that?
I don't know what to think.
No. I had forgotten you were a little country mouse. I will wager you do not know the half of what goes on in this house.
I have eyes. I can see.
What about what you cannot see?
You are interested in paneling?
Yes. Well, that is... We had something like it in the library at Staveley Court.
In this house, it really does not pay to be curious. You must have heard Mandrake is haunted. Well, you never know what ghosts you may meet.
Well, if Mandrake is haunted, I cannot blame the ghosts. The house is so beautiful.
I like to hear you say that. I love Mandrake. Part is Saxon, Then there is Norman, Edward the Confessor, Elizabethan, Restoration, Queen Anne. Each generation has added to and improved that house. It's a great house, and a gracious one. Are you happy here?
There's so many strangers.
You were happy when I placed you next to your cousin Nicholas at dinner.
I'm very fond of Nicholas.
You contemplate marrying him?
I do not, any more than he wishes to marry me. He's in love with Lady Isabel.
And you?
I'm in love with no one.
Least of all the man to whom you are betrothed. Shall I make you fall in love with me, Serena? Are you afraid of love, or merely of me?
It's true, this part of the coast is alive with smugglers.
But surely your naval patrols.
There are so many uninhabited sections, we couldn't hope to cover them all. And all the time, more fast boats are being built in France.
Fast boats?
They can do 9 knots. They simply outrun us. And the customs men.
And what do they smuggle?
Paris's finest velvets, brandy, tobacco, silks and satins. And the damnable thing is, the gold they get for them goes straight back to France.
Devil take you, Rootham.
Oh, Harriet, I do hope he does. I couldn't bear to be parted from you.
You shall pay for that.
Do you challenge me again?
To eternity.
50 guineas?
100.
Oh, reckless lady.
My apologies, Harry. The challenge will have to wait.
Shall you be back?
They weren't supposed to be here for 4 days. Oh, I should have foreseen it. You have the money.
Feels a wee bit light to me. Give me that. You have not been dipping into it.
A few guineas here, a few guineas there. I thought I'd have time to win the money back.
Well, what will you do? You can hardly offer those beauties double or quit.
Hold your tongue. Give me that stick. I shall be back directly.
Bunch of dairymaids.
Are you mad? Coming on a night for the moon?
Black as the arrow of hell's waistcoat when we left Calais.
Give me the paper. Brandy. Wine. Where's the silk?
My dear Miss Staveley, how charming you look. I trust you're enjoying yourself. Warn my mother that the Coast Guards are here. Get her through the door behind the paneling.
You caught me unawares. I was not expecting you until next week.
This week, next week, with what you make out of us, and you try and tell us you're short with your gold.
You shall have your gold. 5 guineas a man as usual. Only it'll have to be 2 now and 3 later. You filthy, ungrateful rabble. Who paid for your boat? Who made the connections? Where would you be if it were not for me?
There was someone who pays.
Lads! The ladyship's never let us down before. And it's right, we are 4 days early. It's a tidy living for all of us. Let's not spoil it. I say we take the 2 guineas now and the rest next week.
That's the best we can do.
Right down.
There's no right done by me. I'll have my 5 now.
Take your paw off me. And keep your distance. Your stench sickens me.
What do you say, lads?
Don't listen to him, he'll spoil everything. We're agreed, Rad.
The excisemen. They're upstairs. And soldiers.
Quickly, back to the boat.
Not till we get our 5 guineas!
I've shown you, you fool. There is no more.
Right, lads. We'll have that necklace then.
I will send word when I have the rest of your gold. See that that is removed. Stitch yourself together, girl. Have you never seen a wild boar speared before? Come. Let us rejoin our guests.
Move!
Mother, may I introduce Captain Jackson, who's searching the area for smugglers?
Lud, how exciting. Have you found any yet?
No, your ladyship. But we have had news of a fast boat in the area, and we wondered if we might search your shoreline.
Well, of course. Perhaps you would care to take a stroll through my guests. There are some desperate fellows among them.
That won't be necessary, your ladyship. Just the shoreline.
If you catch any, I want first sight of them. I hear they're vastly terrifying.
They're less terrifying after a touch of cold steel.
So I've heard.
Your ladyship.
Shoulder. Fight! Quick, march!
My dear, I've heard of many ways of running from a losing streak, but aren't you dramatizing, rather?
My breaking off our game had nothing to do with this military intrusion. You may recall I left some time before they arrived.
Indeed I do. It also occurs to me that the silk that my little fancy there is wearing so charmingly, and she seems to have had rather startling experience recently, that silk could have come only from Paris. As indeed could this.
Unhand me, sir. You are too sharp.
Good gracious, no, Harriet, you know me, dim as a poor man's candle. No, I simply see the puzzle piecing together.
You do?
It's not something that preoccupies me. I should probably forget the whole thing were I to find myself united with the deliciously silken creature who's standing just behind us.
Your ladyship, I'm tired and would ask to be excused.
You may go.
Harriet, my dear, I have a proposition for you.
What is it? What's happened?
Come on, warrior, let us go.
Why? Come on.
My dear, how nice of you to visit me. Do you know, I saw you the first night through the door from the turret room. There hasn't been anybody there for a long, long time. Who are you?
Well, my name's Serena Staveley, and I fear my story is a bit of a strange one. I was won in a wager by the Lord Vulcan.
By the Lord Vulcan? You were really? Oh, what a rogue the fellow must be.
I heard voices, my Lord Vulcan.
It's all right, Stanton. We have a charming guest. Get some tea, there's a good fellow.
Just so, my lord.
Poor Stanton. He knows nobody should be here. He probably thinks you came down the chimney.
But he called you the Lord Vulcan. That means Justin isn't the real Lord, is he? You are.
No, no, no. I am dead. Ah, yes, it's the old story. Extravagant younger wife, ruins, quiet, scholastic, older husband. Well, Harriet eventually bankrupted my whole family with her gambling. But there was a huge fortune waiting in trust for my son Justin on my death. So we waited until he went on the grand tour of Europe, and then I died. And he became Lord Vulcan and a very rich man. The family was saved, and I retired down here.
That's dreadful.
Oh, for poor Justin, not for me. You see, my dear, I've always been a scholar. So here I could complete my life's work, which was the history of Mandrake, from the very beginning until the present day.
But why poor, Justin?
My son is the most honorable man I know. When he found out what had happened, he was like a crazy man. And then he realized there was nothing he could do about it without disgracing both me and his mother, so finally he accepted it, but it changed him. He used to be such a laughing, open, joyous young man. He became embittered, cynical. He was like a locked door, detesting the fact that he was living a lie.
A locked door.
Oh, dear, you know, I shouldn't really be telling you all this. Except you'd already guessed the important part, and I'm still vulnerable to a pretty face. You do realize I put myself in your hands.
They're safe hands.
Do you love my son?
No.
Mm-hmm. And does he love you?
Why should he?
Oh, what I would give to be in his shoes.
I didn't mind the occasional case of brandy. Everyone does that.
'Twas only occasional, I swear.
Stop lying to me. I know everything. You're now running a huge criminal conspiracy.
What an exaggeration.
I've let you use me. I've always detested gambling. Yet I've allowed myself to gain a cruel and sinister reputation by using my good luck against any fool who'd take me on. I thought the money was going on Mandrake. Oh, I knew you were squandering
The
some of it.
merest amount.
I didn't mind that too much. But now I find that what it was really for was to finance crime, to pay for the contraband you brought in from France. How much did you make for it in London? Double? Triple? And still it's not enough, is it? It's not enough for you. My money, your gambling, the smuggling, it's not enough. You want more, more, more. You're insane with greed. You disgust me. It's got to stop. For the honor of the family, it's going to stop.
And if I refuse?
I shall have the underground caverns and the passages from the sea blocked up.
You could not do that to Mandrake. It's been part of the house for centuries.
I will do it.
And have you considered what I will do? I would reveal your father is still alive, and that you are an imposter. It will bring the world crashing about your ears.
You've used that threat once too often, Mother. I'm close to the point where you may tell and be damned. Try me. You will obey me. It stops here.
Where's Justin? He was supposed to be joining us.
He'll not be long. He's on Thunderbolt, his new stallion. Fearsome brute. Only Justin can ride him.
Oh, that's so like Justin. I think Nicholas has a fine seat on a horse, too. Oh, Nicholas rides well enough, but not like Justin.
Thank you kindly, madam.
I overheard a curious exchange between Harriet and Lord Ruton. He was guaranteeing her 10,000 guineas on delivery of the goods. They seem to be looking in your direction. It's probably one of their gambling plots. Heavens! What a magnificent beast! He and Justin go so well together.
My apologies for keeping you waiting.
Good evening, my lord. Oh. Well, I came to see your father.
My father? Is there any secret that can be kept from you in this house?
I found it by accident.
The devil you did?
I just came to bring him these.
Ah, strawberries. It was so early. Where did they come from?
From your own gardens, my lord.
My father has a frail heart. He's resting at the moment.
Well, will you please see that he gets these, with my love?
I'm glad that you have found someone to love at Mandrake. In the short time you've been here, you know all our most guarded secrets.
You can trust me.
Can I?
You have the hand of Staveley on it.
Such a little hand to hold the honor of Mandrake in its palm.
I confess I find Justin's silence ominous. Since that hideous onslaught last night, he's hardly addressed a single word to me.
You have more to worry your head about than that. Your laddies are still waiting for the rest of their money. And I would not say that waiting is what they are best at.
They shall have theirs as soon as I have mine. I'm expecting gold. I'm expecting it very soon.
I beg you, Miss Serena, not to go down tonight. The evil I've always felt here is stronger than ever. I'm never wrong. Please don't go down.
Oh, Eudora, don't be absurd. I can confess this house quite grows on me.
Excuse me, Miss Staveley. Her ladyship has sent me to tell you that your dog has been hurt.
Warrior? Injured? Where?
Come this way, miss. They will take you to him, miss.
And when we return, it will be as man and wife.
Be mad. I loathe you. You make me shudder.
Oh, how exciting! I long to make you shudder.
Let me go.
Upon my soul, Serena, I offer you marriage, position, title, the finest house in Wiltshire. What are you making such a fuss about? Now listen to me. It's only out of good nature that I offer you anything. I could take you without marrying you. Suppose I made that fact known. Gossip, perhaps, about your enthusiasm for the sport. Where would you be then, eh?
I swear I'd kill you myself.
Drag a little bird! Ah, I will do better than that.
Out the coat! Come on, hurry up.
I'll have your neck for this.
No doubt. Meanwhile, have your money, your watch, your jewels, and all the other flash you dandies dole yourselves up in. Come on.
Take it and bid down.
Thank you. No, miss, I don't take from pretty young ladies.
So, would you help me?
You look as if somebody could.
So this man was carrying me off. Would you take me back to Mandrake House?
God bless me soul. If I'd have known, I'd have come out on my white charger. Up you come, then.
You're insane going with a man like that.
But she'd be sane staying with a man like you.
I'll see you hanged!
They call me Joker. That's because I'm always laughing to stop them crying. Innkeeper I were, doing well. Then the wife ran off with this villain, taking all my savings. I caught up with him. He laughed at me. Oh, you too many died. That's been me on the run ever since. There's Mandrake Miss up yonder. I daren't come no closer.
Well, I'll never be able to thank you enough.
A good deed in a wicked world and all that. Easy, boy, easy. Easy. There we are, miss. Come on, boy. Be lucky. Come on.
What happened?
I can't tell you. You wouldn't believe it.
Let me be the judge of that. Tell me.
I can't.
I see. You're just like all the rest. Taking the moonlight, I believe it's called. It was Nicholas, I suppose, or Peter Gillingham. Was he your fancy?
Dare you? You must know I was lured outside in your mother's name by one of your servants.
My mother?
Yes. Then I was seized and carried off by the man I hate more than anyone else in the world. Then he tried to force himself on me.
God, Root.
It didn't work.
What?
Rootham and Miss Staveley. Your nasty little plot. It failed.
Have you lost your wits?
You arranged to have him abduct her.
What an absurd fancy.
She's escaped. She's back in the house. I've spoken to her.
Whatever happened, I played no part in it.
What did he offer you?
I don't know what you mean.
Your price.
Heavens above. That simpering creature. Where else would she find such a good match? One day she would have thanked me for it.
How much?
I declare your question is indecent. If Harry Rootham felt pleased to give me a modest present for the introduction.
I want the truth.
Very well, then, devil take you. He was giving me 10,000 guineas. Little enough when you consider she was bringing him a dowry of 80. Besides, I will not have that chit marrying you and usurping my place.
10,000. That is your price for selling one of my guests out of my house to a lecher.
It was not like that.
It's a stain on the honor of the Vulcans of Mandrake that we will never live down.
That is all life means to you. The Vulcans of Mandrake. Ah, the tedium of listening to it all my life. First from my husband and now from my son. Your father married me to set a jewel in Mandrake. He didn't want flesh and blood. Well, my desires far surpass bricks and stone. Mandrake may be your mistress, but it is not my master. Well, have I silenced you at last?
The house will be closed. The tunnels will be blocked. You will be sent abroad.
You cannot mean to banish me. Justin, you cannot.
But first, there is something I must do.
Back to back, if you please, gentlemen. On the word commence, you will each take 10 paces. On my timing, turn and fire. Commence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Justin!
And his lordship said beforehand that if anything was to happen to him, I was to ride and tell your ladyship immediate.
You killed him. He fought this duel for you. A paltry scrap of a thing. His blood is on your hands. You killed him.
Saddle Thunderbolts.
Only his lordship can handle him, miss. He's not properly broken. He's a killer.
He's the fastest horse in the stables, and I must get to London. Saddle him. I said saddle him!
Do you love my son? Does he love you?
Shall I make you fall in love with me, Serena? Such a little hand to hold the honor of Mandrake in its power.
You cannot marry my son, of course. His blood is on your hands. He will never marry. He fought this duel for you. You killed him.
Do not die, Justin. Please do not die. Please.
May I see Lord Vulcan?
Lord Vulcan cannot receive Miss...
Staveley.
La Flamme, I swear you are the most amusing woman in London.
Justin.
Miss Staveley, my lord.
Come in.
I prepared your bath, Miss Staveley, and cleaned your habit. No, you wasn't a mess.
Cleaned? What time is it?
No, miss.
Noon.
His lordship awaits you in the drawing room when you're ready, miss.
He isn't much injured.
Oh, Lord bless you, no, miss. Just a graze, they tell me.
And Lord Rootham?
Fled to France. He'll not show his face in England again.
Come in, Serena. I trust you slept well.
Yes, thank you, I did. Well, that is, sorry I slept so late.
Do sit down. When a young lady has been brave enough to do what you did, she's entitled to sleep late. Unfortunately, she must also be prepared to face certain consequences.
I don't understand.
Are you sure you feel strong enough to face such matters?
I feel quite all right.
Your epic ride to my aid on the most fearsome animal in my stables is already being acclaimed in every club in London.
And the talk of the clubs?
A young lady arriving in that dramatic fashion, unaccompanied, into the house of a bachelor. You must see that you've compromised yourself.
Oh.
Is that all you have to say?
Well, actually, it was for your...
Yes. Go on. My...
Nothing, my lord.
What it amounts to, that a decision in our affairs has been thrust upon us. We can no longer go on drifting.
No, I suppose not.
I therefore have the very great honor to ask you to be my wife.
Your wife? No. No, I'm sorry, I can't. I mean, I'll not allow you to marry me out of a sense of duty.
Come here, Serena.
No.
You're going to have to swear to obey me when we marry. You may as well start now. Come here.
Why?
What do you see?
I see the famous dancer, La Flamme.
You see my good friend John Burley handing La Flamme into a coach which he bought her, which will take her to a charming little house in Chelsea, which he also bought her, where later, no doubt, he will join her, as he does most days and nights, unless, of course, he happens to be taking her out to visit old friends.
But I thought she was...
No. She has not been for some time. Not since after I met you. Now, will you marry me? We shall be married in the private chapel of Mandrake. You can go back there and make your arrangements. I will stay here and arrange for a special license, then follow you. I've sent for your maid Eudora to bring you fresh clothes and travel back with you.
Why did I cancel this evening's entertainment?
It would be easy to rearrange it, Ma'am.
Yet what do I want with those half-wits? Grasping, ill-bred scavengers, God in heaven.
You're still upset from yesterday, Ma'am. Now that we know dear Justin is safe, why not go and rest?
I cannot rest. I must be alone. Alone with my thoughts.
Oh, I am mad as fire with myself. It should have been I who rode to darling Justin.
Thunderbolt, sister dear, you would never have got out of the stable yard. Coach and four is more your style.
Oh, I would have taken something faster than that. Nicholas would have driven me.
No, I would not. As it is, I'm surprised at my cousin's indiscretion, and I should be obliged if it went no further.
I adore the child. Wouldn't dream of gossiping about her.
I cannot be alone. It feels as though my brain were on fire. Something, somewhere is monstrously wrong.
Oh, it is just fancy, Ma'am. Come and sit down, do.
I knew it. It is from Justin. They are to be married.
Who?
Why, Justin and that sly-faced maggot, Serena.
Serena?
Serena? What more does he say?
I have matters to arrange.
She's about to have the vapors. I will take odds on it.
Serena, the milk-faced little snake. She squirmed her way into my favor so that she could betray me.
I'm sure she did nothing of the
And
sort.
you probably helped her. Yes, that was it. It was a plot between you and that stupid little child.
Isabel, I swear.
You can swear your head off and I'll not believe you. The lying, cheating, conniving, Judas-faced little man.
Isabel, I beg of you.
Yes, go on, beg. That is all I have ever heard you do. I'm sick of your whining after me like a whipped dog. I have lost a real man, and all you can do is beg. You are pathetic!
Stop it! Do you hear me?
Let go of me!
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! You're nothing but a spoilt little brat. Justin never loved you. That's why you wanted him. You have no time for people who really care. Well, I've had enough. I'm leaving. You will never see me again. But before I go, let's just say this, for old time's sake.
Her ladyship regrets that she's indisposed, but she's instructed me, befitting your new status, miss, that you were to be given the Queen's room.
Yvette prepared this for you for your wedding tomorrow. I trust it is to your taste. Harriet. I thought she'd be ready to kill me.
Come to her senses at last. She needs her son, and she knows her son needs you.
It is exquisite.
You look like a princess. His lordship will be so proud of his bride. But you have a big day tomorrow. You need your bed.
Eudora, I'm so excited. I know I shouldn't sleep a wink. This will help. Now, drink this and get undressed, and then I'll tuck you in.
No. I've got such a wonderful feeling. I don't want to lose it in sleep just yet.
Oh, well, waste not, want not.
Eudora!
Why could you not oblige me by being asleep like your maid?
Miss Staveley?
Her ladyship put Miss Staveley in the Queen's room, my lord.
Serena! You cannot have thought you could escape me.
Serena, my dear, I was coming to fetch you. Civil of you to meet me halfway.
Bruton! Well met.
I've come to take our little girl to France, as arranged. The fast boat is waiting.
Not before I get my 10,000 guineas.
I know you, Harriet. It would be 10,000 now and another 10 next month. 10 after that.
20.
Now then, dear girl.
Rutan! Face to face this time.
Fighting above yourself, Rutan. Well, one tries to do one's best. Your choice, Vulcan. Yes, better. Come along now, Serena. The longboat is waiting. Pity.
I've loved you from the first moment I saw you.